Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, except for the crowds that were at night 15 and night 16 of the G1 Climax 34. They kind of sucked. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy. I got the nights wrong, didn't I?
You did. Hello, Mr. Andy. Hello, Luke. It is going to be night 16 to 17, or the G1 Climax semifinals. So that's,
That's right.
what we're doing. But yeah, we're going to talk about both those nights. I'm tired. The boys are tired. The crowd's tired. Walker's tired. We're all tired.
The only person who's not tired, apparently, is Tanahashi.
He's fine.
No, he's fatigued. He's
Gas-
not tired.
Oh, is that
He's
what
fatigued.
it is?
Yeah.
He's also gaslighting everyone. So
Yeah, he's not tired. He's letharged.
That sounds
right.
like the bad guy, in a French novel. Letharged,
It sounds like the fucking cop who helps Sherlock Holmes sometimes.
Right. Mycroft. Oh, wait, no, that's his brother.
No, it's his brother. It's last something. Someone's going to be like, how could you not know that Sherlock Holmes character? I'm like, shut up. Because I do a New Japan podcast, not a Sherlock Holmes podcast.
Hey, we set ourselves up to fail here on the Never Open podcast, so
yeah,
be ready for that.
Yeah. We tried to set them up, but they were already knocked down before we even finished. So, it's fine. But anyway, there are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We are on the Tweety. I am at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drews for Tweets. Collectively, we are at Never Open Pod. If you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. Also, if you got any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never as fat. So we are on the YouTubes where you can watch me do this intro and all that kind of jazz. Look us up, Never Open Podcast. You'll see the Never Open logo. You'll see some handsome faces there.
Just
ours,
one.
of course. Just one. We'll let you decide which one it is, but
Yeah.
it's definitely just one of us.
Yeah, comment on the video and email us to tell us which one is more handsome. Lower body reveal at 500 subs.
Lower body reveal. Oh my goodness. All right, so yes, we're doing nights 16, 17. There we go. Hey, I did it. I have low notes for tags because I'm more inclined to bulk up on the important matches, but bulk up
like you're eating a lot or something like that. So I don't know where
got wrench in my notes.
I don't know where this first night or night 16 was at, but this is the last night of B Block. On the last episode of the Never Open Podcast, we covered the last night of A Block. So we already know who's going ahead to, advance in the playoffs. So we'll talk about that before we set up night 17.
Yes, we will. I want to get this out of the way right now because what are you doing to that smile? I want to mention something now because I tried to watch this live and it just kept fucking stop starting, black screen,
Jesus
all this kind
Christ.
of shit. And what happens when all this stuff happens, Mr. Guy? I'm thinking like, oh, it's the Aussie internet's just fucking shit. No, I saw on the Tweety that I'm sorry, we're having problems because it's a venue and all that kind of stuff. And I'll bring it up here because I don't want to bring it up in my review of the match because it's no relation to the boys at all. But I was watching the first G1 block match of this evening live, and it blacked out. And when it came back, I saw someone getting their arm raised, and I was not happy that I didn't see the finish of that. And even though New Japan assured me that if you refresh now, we're on a different thing and you'll be fine, I was just like, yeah, but I'm already mad, and then I'm just going to be mad for the rest of the fucking show. And who wants me to just be going like, yeah, this is good, but the fucking thing fucked up. So I just mentioned it here, and then like I just like logged off, and I watched the rest of the show in the morning, so I wouldn't be Mr. Rage Man. So
that sounds good. That's a mature way to handle that. You know, I mean, would you like to speak to the manager?
you know what? Maybe we do need a new president. This wouldn't happen under Evil's watch. For the people, for the evil, by the evil.
The evil by
it says it on the it says it on the back of the
Does it really?
The House of Torture shirt.
That's
for the evil, by the evil, and there's one more, something like that. I can't remember.
I like that.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. And we'll talk about some Fantasy Dream Book shit, I guess, later on. But I guess I'll start if you'll. No, fuck it. You can start.
Oh, you want me to start? Okay, yeah. This first match, like I said last night at B-Block, it's Sho Makato and Murashima versus Yano and Boltin Oleg. And Ishimori, we see him on Japanese commentary. I wonder if he'll, he's there for a reason. We'll find out later. But the Young Lions attack Yano, but he cheats. Kato gets gut-wrenched, and Murashima saves him. So Boltin hits a double suplex on both the Young Lions. And he hits the bottom rope with him too, which looked awesome. So Murashima also gets gut wrenched. Pop up, you can't! And Boltin Oleg pins Sho Makato. Poor Murashima. He just got in there. He's living inside a dream. But once again, his dream turned to a nightmare.
Yeah, that's right. And next we have Jake Lee and Gabriel Kidd. I'll talk about this pairing on the next night.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about them. So
yeah, and they're wrestling against Taka Michinoku and Sonata. There's a funny point in this match where Gabe Kidd's beating up Sonata and tells him he needs better friends. And I'm like, look, Gabe Kidd, I know you're talking shit, but he's friends with Doki and Taichi. Like, he doesn't need new friends.
He wasn't talking about them. He was talking about Taka Michinoku, who was right there. He was like, listen, compared to Jake Lee, Taka Michinoku is no legend. So I get it. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a short little match. Excuse me. I might burp at some point while I'll read this out. But Jake Lee, there it is. There it is. Professionalism.
God,
Jake Lee
awful.
Taps out Taka Michinoku. I know. Everyone's just unsubscribed and left. We'll never have to show our bottom halves.
True. That's a good thing, I guess. So keep burping.
Yeah. I only need one person to see my bottom half anyway. That's all good.
Oh, what about Wilma? How's she gonna know where to walk and follow you if she can't see your legs?
Oh, well, that's all right. She can see that much of the.
Oh wait. Anyway. Oh, leg reveal. 1,000 subs.
Oh.
There it is. Okay.
They're okay. All right, cool. I'm definitely much more comfortable showing off my hairy legs. Awesome. So it is a short match, but not a short review of Jake Lee tapping out Taka Michinoku with this like a front headlock or something. That's it.
Yeah.
That's his submission move.
Front chancery. You could call it a front face lock. It's the one that Hulk Hogan put on that comedian guy and knocked him out on TV. So
he's a great technical wrestler, that Hulk Hogan.
He's a submission specialist. So anyway, next, Luke, we have a match that has Hanma tagging with Shota Umino versus Evil Dick. In a rare turn, I knew something was up here because House of Torture does not come out first. All right? And I was like, what the fuck? So really, there was nothing different with the entrances. But anyway, Shota Umino, he still gets attacked by House of Torture. So Shota Umino is getting pretty good at handling all the House of Torture shenanigans. They just always have one more step. He's doing fine. He's got them all out of the way. But then there's just one more. And he's like, fuck, they got me again. So it's fun. They beat up Hanma. Shota and Evil wrestle. And man, it looks so good when they're just in there just doing match shit. Just like, oh, I'm going to run the ropes. Hey, I'm going to do this. And it's like, wow. They should have a straight up match. I'm starting to be upset with. I can't wait to talk about the types of matches we've had because I got a gripe that I'm not mad about, but I got a gripe about the G1 that we'll talk about with types of matches. But
wait. We're doing a tournament, and you have the gripe.
Yeah, but it's not about booking. It's about the type of match. So I guess technically that's booking, but it's not about booking who wins and loses. So Anyway, Dick Togo tries a Kokeshi and show. This is great. So, okay, here's what happens. All right. So Evil grabs Hanma. This is an awesome spot, and he's got him in the "what's up" like position. And Dick Togo's like pops his head, says, "I'm gonna hit a Kokeshi right in Hanma's dick." All right, and he tries to. All right, but Sakamoto, the ref, stops Togo and pushes him, and he falls into Hanma's dick.
Backwards.
It was Shota's dick, by the way. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right in the Life Makers. But that was funny. So funny. Poor refs in New Japan. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't, you know? So a double Kokeshi and an STF. Togo taps out.
Yeah, I do think like Walker's been great this whole tournament. So I'm going to forgive him when he says, how the turntables. I'm like, what?
Oh, brother. That's how it goes, man. Just
what's that? What's that? The first little nitpick note I've had of him, like, in what night is this? 16? This guy's crushed it. Adam's cute and funny anyway, so, like...
and you thought it was night 14 earlier, so...
Yeah. So, anyway, I'll continue with our coverage of night 4 of the G1 Climax. 34.
Is it 34? I'm thinking 36. Skip it.
Yeah. In the future, where, I don't know, it's only LIJ members in the whole tournament. All right. So I'll make one more little joke because there are internet dropouts when I get to this match as well. This is where they kind of get worse, and that in the next match. It's Bushi, Naito, and Shingo. They're wrestling against Great Khan, Callum Newman, and Francesco Akira. And because I just wanted to read this note where it was, it looks like there is someone from the New Japan Pro Wrestling America production staff touching the equipment.
Mm-hmm. That's right. They're over there trying to get their shit in. They're going in business for themselves and fucking everything up.
Oh, yeah. So the Shingo Great Khan preview stuff is just like my favorite thing in this match because it's the preview match for their match the next night. Hook it up to my veins. I really want to see this match. Now, Walker calls the reverse flatliner that Great Khan does a Blade Runner.
He did call it that. I heard him say that.
And I'm like, wow, that's a really cool name for a finisher. Why isn't that? Oh, yeah. Jay White's not even on AW at the moment. I don't even know if he's injured or not. You know, when someone's not on AW TV, their first thought is, that guy's going to NXT or that guy's going to WWE. And I'm like, oh, shut up. Anyway, I don't care about that. So I guess Blade Runner. I guess reverse flatliner.
How about Blade Wielder? You know,
Blade Wielder.
You know, because it's Great Khan. You know, Blade something because he's
Blade Jogger.
There you go. So Blade Jogger.
Right. Jogger, yeah.
Him tattoo. Jogger, Jogger.
That's it. Blade Lemon on.
I like that the best.
Blade Lemon on Bushi, then an eliminator, and Great Khan just pins the shit out of the poor dude. So usually you don't see those for the tags, but I think like this has been his game plan for some of the matches, and this is a thing for him now. This is his 1-2. You're not getting up from this kind of the way he finishes the match. So good stuff.
I have a question for you, Luke. So I was watching this match and I was thinking to myself, you know, we know Shingo loves ska. He's a big ska fan.
Mm-hmm.
But he's about to tell us maybe in this match. And I'm thinking, you know, wonder what kind of music Great Khan likes. And I'm talking, like, what's he putting on a Friday night, you know, when he's not home alone on a Friday night. But I'm just saying, let's say he is, you know, and he's chilling and he's
make it a Tuesday night because then it's more believable.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Tuesday night, you know, he's by himself. He's turned everybody down and he just wants a night on his own. And what's he putting on? And I think I know. I think he's a big fan of Klingon opera. You know, I think Great Khan is probably a secret fan of Klingon opera.
Do you remember that Strange New Worlds episode where it's like you get like Klingon version of J-pop pop or something like that?
That's so goofy.
I reckon there might be a little bit of that as well. Like, you know, there'll be some wild shit.
Great Khan probably helped write that episode. You know, as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Well, now we're going to move on to the final matches of B Block, not the finals, the final matches. And we first have Goto, my favorite wrestler, versus Hinare, a guy that I'm I'm not super high on, but I'm high on. I'm not as high. I found out last week. I am not as high on Hinari as you are. So I found that out last week. I had no idea you'd fallen in love. So anyway, but Goto is on 8 points. Hinari's on 6 going in. If Goto wins, he has a chance to advance. Hinari cannot advance. He can only spoil. So we get like the macho shoulder tackle battle, and Hinari hits the senton, and Goto retreats like a coward to the outside. And there's a forearm battle, and Hinari like kicks Goto's right in his feeble back. And Goto hits the misdirection lariat. It's the only way he can get his shit in, and he gets some moves. Now, I've noticed something about Goto lately that's actually an improvement, is that, he used to do the bulldog out of the corner. He'd like hit that kick, running kick, and then he hit the bulldog, and the bulldog's kind of a shit move, I mean, Hanma does the bulldog, right? Let him have it. It's fine, he's been doing a Saito suplex out of the corner, right? Which is better. I like that, but so, oh man, Goto catches the high knee in the corner and muscles Hinari into a Ushi-Goroshi, and that was pretty cool. So I think they did that in one of their other matches, maybe, or it was somebody that Goto did that too, and it was pretty cool. Maybe it was Shingo, because they did mention actually that I had English commentary on for a little bit during this match, and they mentioned that their last, like one of their other matches was like in 2019, and then there was one in 2021 or something, or 2022, and I remember that one because I remember that was when one of the first times we saw Never style Hinari, and we were like, oh, okay, that's what this guy is, and so like I was expecting a lot out of this match a little bit because of that. So anyway, they have a big strike battle. It's pretty good. But Goto's really selling Hinari's kicks to the back. He's focusing on that selling thing, which I like, but it's not necessarily what I want from this match. He gets a lariat, tries the GTR, but we get cool reversals and a berserker bomb for 2 from Hinari. Big Goto chance. And that's one of the loudest times this crowd is. This crowd sucks because they're like a clapping crowd, kind of. You hear the Goto, every once in a while, but they only get loud like just for a second too. It never lasts. Remember when crowds used to boo, but they just go boo, and that was it. And then they figured out, oh, it's supposed to be boo, and just keep going. And it's like this crowd's like pre that. That's what they acted like. I don't like them. So Hinari almost wins, but Goto puts a sleeper on him because he loves going to sleep. And there's a PK and GTW, but Hinari kicks out. Huge rampage tackle, best move of the match. But Goto kicks out of that, no problem, So headbutt war, and Goto tries misdirection, but hammerhead, Streets of Rage, Hinari spoils Goto's chances. Good. There's some respect after the match. They both end their tournament on, Hinari's score is respectable at 8 points, but Goto's is a pittance at 8 points.
How he got to his 8 points though, I'm like, I feel like this tournament has done a good job of putting over every single champion that have golds satisfactorily, except the Never Open champion.
I mean, he beat Goto.
Yeah, he had to. Anyone who thought Goto was winning this, I'm like, come on. This is for a match of the playoffs. He's in the first match. And he's fucking old. Who thought he was going to win this? In fact, I would have been absolutely perplexed if Goto had won this match. Why? Because you've got your fresh, new, young, Never Open champion, and boom, he just lost to yesterday's Never champion.
You
right?
got it, yeah.
And that would have absolutely sucked. And I do like that at the end of the match, Walker's saying something like how Hinari is like the new young Never Open champ, and he goes, well, that's fucking Never. I'm paraphrasing, but he does say new blood, evolution, valiantly eternal and radical. So I was just like, okay, Walker.
The new blood thing kind of went out with the second champion, it's like Masato Tanaka or whatever.
He's the first champion, yeah.
So it's like that part didn't really ever work out. But I know what you're saying, and I gave you a very short review of this match in when I was messaging you, and I just wrote, "It's not very Never." I was kind of expecting more, but at the same time, I get it. The boys are tired, like I said, and that's the excuse I'm going to have for a lot of the, lack of energy on this night.
Yeah. I think Hanare was a little bit more game than Goto was. And I guess they don't want to exhaust the golden goose that is Goto. Golden goose. Fucking more like the ugly duckling. Anyway.
Off white goose is what he is, because he hangs out with Yo. Yo made his clothes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo's been doing haircuts too. We'll talk about that next night.
Sure all right.
Has. I also have the note, by the way, of that might be Hanare's best rampage tackle ever. So
the one that Goto kicked out of.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. Come on.
Oh my god.
But that fighting spirit, Goto's got it. He stores it in his fishing pole. That's why.
Yeah. Awesome. I don't like fishing. It's boring. So Goto and I don't have that much comments.
It's kind of mean to the fish too, isn't it? It's kind of mean. Yeah. Yikes.
It's going to catch them and put a hook in their mouth. I'm like, I'm sure they love they getting their mouth pierced.
They don't feel it. I don't feel anything.
All right, open your mouth then. I've got a hook for you, fucking asshole.
That's illegal in wrestling. Did you know that? Fish hook is illegal in wrestling. That's an illegal.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's legal in real life though. So.
Oh really? But it must be a super no-no, because not even House of Torture fish hooks. But anyway.
They don't fuck with guys' faces other than the eye rake. They need to mix in some other face work. Because as we know, their opponents can't train their face anyway. So, might as well start working the face.
Definitely can't train your face. Everyone that has ever been an actor ever can't train your face. No. Anyway, let's do this. I think they mean like you can't get face muscles or whatever. I'm like, whatever. Anyway,
Marty's got all the face muscles.
That's right. He's got a 6-pack on his forehead.
He drew it on.
All right, next we've got El Phantasmo, who's on 6. This is David Finlay in 8. And I think I like everything about this match except for the fucking weird story they develop and the finish. Because I just looked at this and I thought, you know what? Going forward, this would be a really nice little feud. I'd like this. Yeah, we're not getting it. Anyway, this match starts pretty never. And cool. There's strikes. Then the ELP, he takes Finlay over the ropes and hits a plancha. The ELP dodges the gate spear and David Finlay eats it.
Man,
I'm like, whoa. He ate that. And I'm like, all right, I like that you're bumping like a crazy person, David Finlay, but also don't hurt yourself, because I want to be able to enjoy you for 12 months consecutively. And, man, I wish I didn't put that out in the world.
Yeah, why you gotta do that, brother?
Oh, I'm sorry. But it was an awesome bump, man. It was gnarly. Chumpy, of course, he's reffing this match, and he wants them in the ring, because he goes apoplectic if people are wrestling on the outside. Stop having fun out there. Get in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finlay drops. He always, every time he's done yelling at somebody, he goes from 100 to nothing. He goes from to okay, and then just immediately looks away.
Everyone knows I've still got control of this, right? Okay.
So funny.
Oh my god. So Finlay drops El Phantasmo on some chairs. I love Finlay here. He beats on El Phantasmo, saying, you should have just fell in line, dude. So, and that's the story I'm enjoying. I'm like, all right, the story here, I think, this is where I think the story is at this moment is, El Phantasmo's got something to prove to this fucking Bullet Club douchebag and all this kind of stuff. He left Bullet Club because they didn't like how they treated Jay and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, all right, cool. I like the story. I like where we're going here. Let's go. Yeah. And after getting his back stomped by Finlay, Gato yells, "Give up! Give up!
More like, give up! More like that.
Give up! Give up, motherfucker!"
So funny.
Oh my god, he's just trolling Marty as well. That fucking makes me laugh. El Phantasmo kips up and he sells his back after he does it. Yeah. I don't mind if you're fine and you do your normal wrestling moves and stuff, but like just little twitch. Yeah. You see that with Shingo the next night, like lariat, punch, 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 ow, punch, ow. I love it. Anyway, there's a suicider, tope suicider on Finley, and then an Irish curse. Fucking looked like it killed this man. I was like, ouch. Man, that like ELP's back. I just like from horror spurts to just getting constant backbreakers. Fucking hell.
It's got a little bandage on it, a little baby bandage where the hole in his back was.
Oh my god. So Walker's saying something how like David Finley thinks that El Phantasmo is below him, and he describes it as the man who is below me. So I have a nice little giggle there, and I'm like, you know what? I get what you mean. It's fine. You're making me giggle, and annoy me.
He's the man downstairs, and some might call him Mister Downstairs.
That's right.
Watch Long Legs, and that'll freak you out.
All right, I have obviously that went over my head because I have not seen that movie. And usually I'm telling people to watch this Nicolas Cage movie. Now it's people telling me to fucking watch it. Like, what's going on in my universe? Anyway, Finley is like doing major fuck your back. Like El Phantasmo might have the tiniest little, like, it looks like a nicotine patch that's on his back, right? Do you have those in America?
Yes, that's what it is, actually.
It is a nicotine patch. Not only did I bleed from there, but that's also where I smoke from. So I put a patch on it.
It's like when it's
the dolphin or a fucking whale or something.
When someone has the trach or whatever, and they're smoking through their neck. That's the modern version. That's the millennial version. Of that.
So Finley's just beating the shit out of El Phantasmo, and he's like, "Man, this ends whenever you say so, dude. It's up to you." Because he bodies, man. He just wumps bodies. But El Phantasmo, he almost wins with the Robbie Eagles style pin. You know, when he gets like lays right over their legs when he folds them up. And I like that a lot. El Phantasmo, he can't hit the helicopter. His back is fucked up, but he manages an into oblivion on his own. Oh,
that's cool.
There's a buckle bomb on El Phantasmo, but El Phantasmo, he fires back. He hits a power bomb, a CR2, a thunder kiss. 1, 2. Gato pulls Marty out the ring, and I'm like, all right, I'm laughing. I'm like, that's fucking funny. And then Chumpy starts blaming Jado, and I'm like, why? Why? What the fuck did Jado do? And then that becomes the story, and I'm like, what is this? Why can't, and then my story that I really liked of like Finley just crushing this dude and all that, and now this match could be used to set up an international title match or something. No, Shillelagh and El Phantasmo gets overkilled and he loses. You're a dumbass, Chumpy. And then ELP is just like, Jado, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? And I'm like, bitch, are you for real? What is this story?
I have an explanation.
I don't like it.
An explanation. Like, to me, what it seemed like is that ELP was like, I have you out here to keep that from happening. Why the fuck didn't you keep Gato from pulling Marty out of the ring? And I almost feel like Marty was saying the same thing to Jado. Like, what the fuck are you out here for? You know?
Yeah, I guess. It's just not the story I wanted, really.
Well,
I don't know.
We gotta shoehorn Jado into ELP's story.
We're doing something with El Phantasmo, and I'm ready for it to reach its climax, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we knew what the story was in the first match of the G1. And here we are. The whole G1's happened. There's been the only progress that's happened is his jacket's on, and he does heart hands. That's it. So, and we got some weird shit going on with Jado, which we're not sure about. There was also Ishimori was on commentary during this match, and there were several times when they were on the outside, and ELP just would stop and look at him, and it was like a I'm considering something kind of look, you know. And it's like I think that was there to let us know that maybe ELP's tired of Jado. Maybe he's going to go back with Bullet Club. I would love that.
I don't think Bullet Club, but. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd see El Phantasmo in War Dogs.
No.
Ishimori, sort of, but he feels a bit like him. He feels like a little bit of a leftover from previous Bullet Club as well. Like maybe something new. I don't know. You never know. I liked this match. It's good. It's a really good match. I just didn't get the finish I wanted. I kind of thought like it'd be nice to see these two wrestle again, but that's not where we're going with David Finlay. I guess what we're doing with David Finlay is, all right, well, we tried to put you over with the New Japan Cup, but that thing happened. So because of the stupid cage match we all made you do. So, let's rectify that and put you over a little more in the G1. And look, and which one would you like to have the better run in? The New Japan Cup or the motherfucking G1 Climax? I know what I'm choosing. So,
he's a 7th generation talent, according to Gabe Kidd.
Oh, so. Yeah. 7th son of a 7th son.
His like lineage goes back before pro wrestling.
That's right.
Pro wrestling before it even existed. So
yeah, it was just called wrestling, I guess. Like
no.
There were no professionals in it.
No,
as yet. So yeah, I like the match. The finish is fine. I get an extra day Finlay match. I'm not too bothered anyway. I've really liked his G1, and I'm just gutted that El Fantasma is on 6. But they did have this story built in to kind of explain why he wasn't going to get many points this year. And all that kind of stuff.
Somebody's got to lose, and he's still got 6 points. There are times when guys do not get that many, and I feel like everybody got kind of balanced out, towards the end.
There are some guys I'm like, I appreciate them. I'm like, you do business. All right, I can appreciate that. And then at some point, I'm like, you need to Makabe it up just a little bit, and be like, "Hey, got work for me, brother."
You can't win with you, Luke. It's like you can't win, you can't lose. Now, hang on. Let's talk about this match. All right, I love this match. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was fantastic. I thought that both these guys were just bumping all over the place like maniacs. I kind of thought it was funny that Marty and ELP were yelling at Jono, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why are you here? I mean,
Tumpy was going to kick out Jono. I'm like, dude, since he joined Hontai, how many times has he cheated? Like, almost none.
Only when it's,
like,
when
it's like referees don't see wrestling affiliations at all. And they fall for the exact same tricks every time.
Well, I mean, we know why. It's because they have to. They're altruistic. We talked about that on the episode or two ago. They're all blending together. True. But that match was awesome, and people should watch it. It was one of my. It was one of my favorite matches of this group here. So next we have another match. Oh, and by the way, so Finlay gets 12 points there, so he is the winner of B Block, right? So
he is, absolutely.
So that's so now we find out everyone else is wrestling to face him, right? Or face someone to face him. So
2 guys can stop the blocks.
Good. Yeah, that's true. But this is a very good booking, and the G1's usually like this where it comes down to the end, and that's really cool. So we got 2 guys who could make the finals, Takeshita and Ren Narita, and they're both on 8 points. Winner advances, loser goes the fuck home, So I like that. Evil, Ren, and Togo come out and just kill Takeshita, his leg before the match, right? Now, this is where I got a little beef, okay? And I'm not really mad. This is more like devil's advocate kind of thing, but something that I feel like I should point out is that when I see 2 guys, now maybe it works better in the next match's example, but in this match, when I see 2 guys that are like Ren Narita, Takeshita, I know they can both go. I want to see them go, right? I don't want to see one of them just laying on the ground in agony for 20 minutes and then they go for little short spurts. I get, we'll talk about Great Khan versus Shingo because I just, that was similar. And it's like, there's a million different ways to do matches. Why do we have to do the ouchie leg in like every fucking match? Now I enjoy the ouchie leg, but
I understand Ren's game, and I like the Great Khan match. So I understand his game as well. It worked for me in the Great Khan one, maybe not so much in this. And look, I understand his leg's fucked. You go for the leg. However, like, Evil would have made this more dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just stuff like this, I'm just getting bored of it. But then again, I've watched like 100 matches in the past, whatever, week and a half, 2 weeks. So it's like, that's probably some of that. I'm a little wrestled out at this point. But like, I was just kind of bummed because I'm just like, man, these two could go, but all right. But anyway, that's Ren's game anyway. So Ren goes with the fuck your leg offense, and he throws Takeshita into the chairs and tries to count out. And Marty gets physical with Ren when he wraps Takeshita's leg around the ring post. I thought that
might be one of the worst chair bowling spots I've ever seen.
It was real bad. It sucks. So all the chairs are connected, and they have pads on them. Now, we forgot to mention in the Finley ELP match, that ELP took a chair bump that was terrifying, where he landed back first on the chair, chair back, and just went, So they found a way to make it look like scary, but this didn't really work. It was kind of lame. But anyway, Takeshita has had enough at one point, and he starts hitting big elbows. They have a mini suplex war. Takeshita tries a dive, but he just can't run. Mm-hmm. So huge lariat from Takeshita, and he is coming back. It won't be denied this time, but Ren tries some leg trauma. But Takeshita uses his body weight off his good foot to hit like his jumping lariat, which he did the night before. So Takeshita hits a super plex and fires up. Autocorrect changes that to something weird. like laxative, super lax is what it says. So anyway, he hits that. It smells. And Ren slips a choke in, but Takeshita powers up, turns it into a bastard driver, the safest bastard driver you've ever seen, which I'm not mad at you, but Dick Togo distraction allows Evil to attack from behind, bumping Marty. So Takeshita kicks out of a pin, and Ren goes flying into Marty so he can bump him again, which is always funny. I like that, Push up bra! But no, Takeshita foils it. Evil tries to use a chair, hits Dick Togo on accident. Takeshita hits an elbow to Evil. Double cross countered by a last ride powerbomb, and that was fucking dope.
Dude.
Ren goes up and he just grabs him, hoists him up. Bow! that was fantastic. So, but Ren gets a sneaky knee bar in on Takeshita and gets out his Takeshita gets out, throws a monster release German suplex, huge elbow. Takeshita wins and is in the playoff. He finishes with 10 points, and we get to see more of him. And Ren finishes with 8. Hopefully, whoever he faces next will have some honor and actually face him in the ring, and we'll get to see like what we know they can do.
Yeah. This all right. This match is fine. Walker makes me laugh because at one point he calls Ren Narita a disappointment, and then at one other point he says, "I'm glad." It's this moment. So he's ragging on Ren Narita. You're a disappointment. Oh, you fucking house of torture and all piece of shit. And then he followed that up with, "I'm glad Ren Narita doesn't speak English."
Yeah, I heard that.
That's
pretty funny.
So that's pretty funny. So I really do appreciate that. This is the same story as the night before. Exactly the same. Ren's run too much. Come up, it's time. It's fine. Maybe I would have reversed. Maybe he would have had Evil on the second night because he's I don't know. Oh yeah, lose on. Yeah, it's the same story. Only one difference is no one comes out to help Takeshita because he doesn't have any friends here. So no one helps him. Not even obviously, he's been rude to all the people he's been tagging with the whole fucking tour.
There's pictures of them on Instagram all eating dinner together and shit.
I saw one on the Tweety from Greta Khan's Tweety. Yeah,
Delayed-gram. Sorry.
Delayed-gram. Yeah, they're all having food and stuff. So yeah, it's this doesn't translate.
They're like, now that your leg's fucked up and we know you can't just like destroy us out of nowhere. Now we'll hang out,
We feel less threatened with you. Come hang out with us. I don't think they're threatened anyway. There's like 3 big dudes in that group now. Like, what's Hanare, Greta Khan, Jeff Cobb. All right. Speaking of which, it is Jeff Cobb versus Yota Tsuji. And I like this match. It's good. It's just like, I knew Jeff Cobb was losing because Jeff Cobb's got the TV title. What they do with Jeff Cobb is they make him a monster most of the tournament, and he'll either make the finals then lose, or like this year, just that one little short. and he doesn't need to make it because he's got golds, right? By the way, David Finlay also has gold, but the story is he wants to, if he wins the G1, he's going to make someone challenge him for his title. So at least they built in a story for like that kind of story for like
man,
David
it'd be
Finlay.
fun. It'd be fun if he won it, but then whoever challenged him beat him. Before the fucking, dome. That'd be kind of cool.
So there is a bit of that in my brain that as big as gnarly as Jeff Cobb is, cue the old Vince McMahon music because I don't think he has a chance now. And how do you feel about Yota Tsuji hitting multiple Gene Blasters in a match? I know Cobb's a big dude, and you got to do some moves a couple times in order for it to, get him off his feet and stuff. But I'm not sure, like, because otherwise, if you moves a Gene Blast, you might as well just go for spears the whole match, like just nothing but like.
That would be WWE booking in 2020.
Yeah, but do you think he maybe tried for that finish a few too many times because he gets one, but it's not the full distance, see, so it's only partial, and then he does another one, but it's also not the full distance.
There's two kinds of finishers in New Japan. There's like the Rainmaker, where one may not be enough. It depends on the situation, right? There's the Destino, one may not be enough. And then there's like Last of the Dragon, which is a protected move that nobody kicks out of. You know what I mean? And if they do, it's only in this one situation where it's a huge
it's because it's
match,
like Wrestle Kingdom or Dominion or something, like something crazy like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Those are the two different kinds, and Yota Tsuji just happens to have the one that takes a few times sometimes. And like Jeff Cobb doesn't. Ain't nobody kicking out of the Tour of the Islands. I don't know if anyone ever has on New Japan television. So, and if they have, it's probably a Bushi because he kicks out of everybody's fish.
Yeah. Yeah. This match with Yota Tsuji and his previous match with David Finlay, maybe I don't always give him credit because sometimes we've seen him take lackadaisical railing bumps and corner post bumps, but I saw him take a really good corner post bump against Finlay. I think he went through the rail gate as well in that match, and on this match, I like how he kind of he sells for Yota Tsuji's offense. Usually wrestlers sell for Jeff Cobb because he's the guy who's going to fuck you up. I like seeing a little bit more of that side of him. I don't know if it always comes across because he's like, big dude doing never shit, but I really liked it, especially when Yota hits that final Gene Blast and it's fucking huge. Like, have you ever seen Jeff Cobb speared out of his boots like that before? But I like the way Yota does it. So he kind of angles himself like he's low, and then as he does the spear, he moves up higher. So it looks like it takes him up, and then like maybe Cobb jumps up a little bit to increase the air of it and the landing, the bump. So when he hits that's my thing. Like, I thought this was a Last of the Dragon move, not a Rainmaker Destino move. Turns out it is. When he hits the one, but he doesn't get it all. All right. He hasn't got the distance or the height or whatever like that. But when you see an actual full final Gene Blast, remember how I ragged on him for having a spear as a finisher? Now I'm putting it over, saying like I fucking love it.
Yeah, I'm interested too, because the other night you were talking about how Finlay was throwing Cobb around and you didn't like it, and Tsuji got to throw Cobb around a little bit in this match too. So.
Yeah. Maybe David Finlay ripped the Band-Aid off for me a little bit. You know what I mean?
Tsuji's bigger. He's bigger too. And
he's a bigger dude.
Taller than Cobb, which isn't hard to do. So
yeah. I really liked this match. I spent most of the time talking about Yota Tsuji just doing the Gene Blast, but Jeff Cobb is fucking gnarly as well. These guys go together. Like, I don't know. I want to see these guys have a feud. In fact, if Yota Tsuji isn't the winner and he wants to maybe wrestle a champion for a title, can we get another one of these?
I agree. I agree. Yeah, he did beat him. So, and I don't know what the time was, but I'm sure there's something with that. Like it was probably, 15 in 1 second or something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows, But that'd be cool if that was the case. But going into that match, it was the same thing as the previous match, where if one guy wins, he's in. If they lose, they're out. So Tsuji he finishes with 10 points and he makes the playoffs. He will face Takeshita on the next night, and then the winner will face Finley. So, and that is the end of B block. So, what'd you think? Did you have a preference on blocks? We didn't really talk about that much this year.
Yota Tsuji beat Jeff Cobb in 11 minutes 36.
Oh, fuck. Then he's got a challenge for
there
sure.
You go, right? Look, on paper, I saw B block as being this mega never block, and to some extent, it had been. I think I liked A block more.
Gabe Kidd was an A block, right? And
not just for him, like
Zack Sabre Jr. was an A block, and Great Khan was an
Great
A block. Shingo, and yeah, that was a good one.
All right, Shingo, one of my favorite wrestlers in the world, A block. Great Khan, I've been high on him for a long time, and in this tournament, A block. I'm invested in this young Callum Newman. A block.
Jake Lee too.
Jake Lee won me over. A block.
Yeah,
Zack Sabre Jr. I want him to win. A block. Yeah. So, and I feel like I liked the booking of A block more in general as well. So I didn't need to see this Dream Goto run. But I guess because he made it to the finals in New Japan Cup, they're giving him it's fine. And a lot of his matches were absolutely incredible as well. I'll give it to him. I know we make fun of him a lot, but we got to put him over when they're fucking awesome. I wasn't a fan of Finari's booking at all. I've already talked about that. I will not do it again. I wasn't. I'm not 100% sold on Bolton Oleg as well. So I guess there is that. But I didn't need to get to know Takeshita. I already knew him, so I knew he was going to be absolutely incredible.
Oh, you already knew him. Why aren't you calling him by his first name then?
Konosuke.
You're on a Konosuke basis.
Me and Konosuke bros, man.
I mean, plus
I'd also say, sorry to cut you off. I'd also say my favorite, the guy who put on, I think, my favorite performance. I think I said this in nearly every episode. It was Yuya Uemura.
Oh, yeah, man,
and
that sucks.
And it sucks because and did he beat Tsuji, didn't he? Yeah. So do you reckon Yuya Uemura was going to beat Bolton Oleg?
I mean, I don't know. That's hard to say, right? Because Bolton Oleg is, the greatest wrestler ever, and he's a monster. But no, I'm kidding. But it's hard to call that. I don't know. But this could be Tsuji taking his booking. We don't know.
I'm happy either way because I like Yota Tsuji and I like Yuya Uemura, and they're two really fresh new young guys. Hell yeah. And Great Khan was in the finals. Oh, he's in the finals. Sorry.
Well, I have to mention that also the big problem with B block is they have that, weight just dragging the whole block down in Hiroki Goto. And so, I understand that, that's a big handicap for that one. And you should grade on a curve because of that.
So, yeah. I guess it was a little better booked for me, and I kind of liked where the stories were going more in A block. And that's fine. That's not to say I did not like B block. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like it was. Don't think I've ever come on here and said like, "Oh, this night was absolute trash. I don't like B block. I wish it was A block or anything like that." I've been weirdly positive about this whole tournament, except for like Hanare's booking.
You shattered that last time.
Yeah, but considering like compared to how I usually am in tournament season at like. Maybe not for the first half, but for like the second half.
Yeah, I know. You hate everybody's booking. You're like, why didn't everybody win? What the hell? You know,
everybody wins and no one's over. Yeah.
Well, Luke, night 17, which is the G1 34 playoff round 1 night, is in Chiba. And we are back in the belly of a submarine or a giant dishwasher or a giant dishwasher in the belly of a submarine. That's what this venue looks like. And I noticed that this is a venue that is a real long building. And I swear to God, last time they were set up next to these steps. And then every time the camera would catch the edge of the one side, you'd see just like a mile of building with nothing. And this time they set up in the middle, and it's a lot less obvious that like half the room's empty. But they still draw a pretty good crowd here in Chiba. But man, this crowd is just like the night before. They're all quiet. I don't like them.
Yeah, they haven't gotten the memo that hey, COVID's over. You can you can scream and shout and shit on things and praise things and all this kind of stuff. But we do start. Hey, we get some returns tonight as well, which is
we do
pretty cool. I'll start with the lamest one. We've got Bishamon reunited. It is Yoshihashi with an awful haircut. I said it a few episodes ago. If you've got a midlife crisis, just like get a dog and a mustache, like I did. But man, that hair is bad.
It's bleach blonde. So now when he bleeds, you know, Yoshihashi always bleeding. You know, he'll
especially when he falls onto the steps.
Yeah, next time he runs and hits his head on the steps, it'll look awesome. You know, so
it will. So it is Bishamon, Tomoaki Honma, and Murashima. Man, that's not a good dream today, dude. You're tagging with Honma and 2 dorks. There is that. But more importantly, they're wrestling against just 4 guys. It is Taka Michinoku, Sanada, Taichi, and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Doki. It's motherfucking Doki. So this is going to color the rest of my night, Mr. Guy, because something I don't like can definitely influence the way I feel about a night. But guess what? The opposite is also true. I get to see my boys are back. Yay! Doki and Taichi. Chaos drums on Sonata. Boo!
Yeah, they taught Murashima how to do it. Those assholes are teaching young lions how to do the war drums. Fuck off.
Need Suzuki to stretch that out of him for sure. And I get a big smile on this face. On this face. Yeah, it is this face. Yep, this is the one. Because I'm just grinning. Taichi's doing Taichi things. Doki's back. He's wrestling Murashima, and he's like, I don't care if you're twice my size, Murashima. I'm doing this suplex on you, and you're fucking getting pinned. you might be twice my size, but guess what? I'm fucking ripped. I'm stronger than you. You're going. And he does. He does this kind of back suplex thing on Murashima. Look at this. Doki is such a champ now. He's not even going to pin young lions with finishing moves. This is the world we live in. Doki's beating young lions now. He's gone from the jobber to this. Oh my God. So I'm just grinning. I get to see Doki win. I'm reminded that Doki's got no shitty music anymore. It is this really cool music. I don't fully remember the tune yet, but it's a lot better. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man. I'm way to start the show. I'm happy. I got a smile on my face. I'm wearing my Just Five Guys t-shirt as I record right now. If you're on the YouTube, you already know that. Unless you just put it on the background, don't look at the screen. I don't know. Then at which point, why don't you just put it on Spotify? Anyway, we need hits. Just do both. See if we're in sync. I don't know.
That's what we do this for.
And then and then something cool happens. Ishimori walks out because, you know, Ishimori just fucking crushed Doki in the tournament, right? So this makes perfect sense. The story's already built in. Ishimori comes in. He's like, you ain't shit. I'm not even paraphrasing. This is just my take on it. You ain't shit. You're easy pickings. I can just see the cogs turning in Ishimori's brain thinking like, I'm a fucking vet top guy in this division. Who are you? I'm going to kick your ass. And I'm like, I want this feud right fucking now. Or at least after the G1 Climax. So not only am I into that, I told Charity who Doki was feuding with, and I got the rare, I'll watch that from Charity, because it's like, she knows I love Doki, and Ishimori's her favorite wrestler.
Ishimori's a draw, established draw in your household. So
That's right.
I was hoping Master Huato would come, hobbling out and then throw the crutches down and kick Doki's ass. But no. But
it's a built-in story for Wato as well, too, isn't it?
So I don't know. I just want that. But maybe someday. We'll see what happens. It's just too bad they're both baby faces now. So, but anyway, that was good to see Ishimori back too, because man, he's fucking awesome. And he got kind of cheated out of last year's, I know he, made it pretty far and everything, but I mean, it's like he's always got beef. He's a heel that tells the truth, and he said something like, "I think I have a pretty good resume, for this kind of thing, getting a title shot," which is funny. So, anyway,
absolutely.
The next match is really fun too. It's Tanahashi, Yano, and Oleg, the Chaos Bars. Maybe, I don't know. Versus Yujiro, your favorite.
Yay! It's amazing. He's back.
They come out to his music too for some reason. So, Sho and Kanemaru, all right, are his partners. So, hot versus Chaos Bars, and Tanahashi combed his hair today. Look at it. Did you see that? His hair.
This is the only time I've ever looked at Tanahashi and thought, I don't like your hair, man. Sorry.
House of Torture do one of their favorite things to do, and that's beat up the president. So they beat the shit out of him. Kanemaru and Sho pick his legs up and do a double knee smash on him, which made me laugh. And then Bolton is like, you can't do that. He finishes the sentence and gut wrenches everybody. So Tanahashi's late as fuck for a pimp cane spot. Like, Pippy's in there with the cane, waiting, and Tanahashi's like, oh fuck, runs in.
It's weird when it's Tanahashi, isn't it?
He was late as fuck. So, but then he dodges Suntory's surprise, and Yano gets to roll up on Yujiro for the win. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the same. My first note was Yujiro, my all-time favorite, has returned. Joking, of course.
You have a parasocial relationship with Yujiro.
Yeah, that's right. When Oleg's doing Oleg things, I really like it. But when he's not doing Oleg things, I'm not sure he knows.
You mean when he's in a tag match surrounded by vets, you love him?
Dude, I know I buried him last time, but I like seeing him pick up one House of Torture guy, gut wrench, then pick up the other one, gut wrench him too.
What's all this then?
Because they're like, yeah, exactly. Because they absolutely deserve it. I like how House of Torture tried to cheat on Yano, but Tanahashi has to help. One thing I wasn't sure about the finish, and I did rewind it 10 seconds because it was important for me to do so. I was like, did Yano just low blow Yujiro for the win? No, he just schoolboyed him. I'm like, oh,
didn't even need a low blow,
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, he doesn't want to touch the plastic jorts, dude.
No,
I wouldn't either, man.
It's stank jorts.
He couldn't hold that vinegar and then use that vinegar. You'd have to throw it away. So
now I want a Yano Yujiro feud where where Yano's trying to fucking spray the shorts to get them clean and shit.
Every time he goes for it, he's like, "No, I can't."
It's one of those things. I know the bottle will be in Japanese, but it should have something which says tough on stains, and then maybe doesn't spray him in the shorts, decides tough on stains, and then sprays Yujiro in the face or something. Because it's water or whatever, so just be funny.
We did kind of get a story similar to that a couple years ago in the G1 when Yano was like, "No more cheating, only fair play." He would go to cheat, and then his conscience would get. That shit was amazing. So
I love that stuff. All right, so next we have Jeff Cobb. I wrote Jeb Cobb for some reason.
That's, good old Jeb.
Yeah. Yes, that's. And he's with Akira. Oh, cool. Who are they going to wrestle against? It's Gabe Kidd, who's got new drill rap music. I know what drill is now, you see. That's about all. I know it when I hear it, and I have. That's all my knowledge is.
British.
But it's like I'm all ready or something like that. So yeah, it's all ready. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the singer should have dropped in at least one. My dog for real.
I didn't hear new music, but I also was not paying attention to that.
That's right. So Gabe Kidd, he has new music and he's teaming up with Jake Lee. Jake Lee fights with Cobb on the outside, and Gabe Kidd, he wipes his ass on Akira's t-shirt, which probably just sold out because of the Gabe Kidd rub.
Hey!
Oh! They're all fighting in the crowd and stuff, and some lady fans are getting up to get out of the way, and Gabe Kidd's like, barking at the ladies.
They giggle. They
They're
giggle.
like, yes, they do. I saw that. It was fucking funny. I like the idea of Gabe Kidd and Jeff Cobb. That could be a really cool match. But this match also has me intrigued by Jake Lee and Jeff Cobb as well.
You know why? Because Chris Charlton is like, oh, these guys are a tag team now. He says that like when this finish happens, he says they're celebrating their first win as a tag team.
Does he mean official tag team or something?
I think he's making shit up or spoiling stuff. So
yeah. But there's Akira hitting and he chops down Jake Lee really well, like with his fast on the fucking flash kind of stuff. And he hits a really cool plancha on Jake Lee. And then does this motherfucker float in the air? Because I feel like that crossbody went on forever. Like, holy shit, it was awesome. Huge crossbody on Jake Lee for 2 as well. A super fast take picture. Like you've barely just got your phone out. Oh shit. Now I'm just gonna have to hope the Tiger dude on the Tweety took a fucking photo.
You know he did.
Is he the one who took the one of like Gabe Kidd smashing fucking Zack Sabre Jr.'s chest? Probably.
What about that picture of Desperado with his mask off and just like the blood on his face? Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. So now a fast take picture, a knockout shot though, like a brutal looking punch to the face or something on Akira, and a huge choke slam. It just looks huge because Akira is a small dude and Jake Lee is not. So that's for 3. And I guess Gabe Kidd. This is the way I want them to announce that they're a tag team. Not having Chris go, they're a tag team now. No, what I want to say, this is how you do it. You have the 2 winners looking at the camera, and he's like, this is Jake Lee. Here's the smart bastard. I'm Gabe Kidd. I'm the madman, and we're the mad bastards. There, you've just told me you're a tag team going forward. That's it. That's what I needed. Now, I want to know what you think about this. I like it because I like these 2 together. Also, I'm not sure they've got. You want to see Jake Lee beat Gabe Kidd be a singles guy and beat a lot of dudes, but I'm not sure how much space or room there is for that. And we kind of need some tag teams in New Japan. Also,
yeah, fucking
let's
spot.
Yeah, that's right. And let's ease in fucking Jake Lee into the group and stuff. So I thought this was it. Like, I'm going to tag with Bullet Club all the way through the tournament, and then nice knowing you guys. I'm back to being a handsome dude over at Noah. So I don't know. I don't look up backstage stuff and all that kind of shit. I just go by, what we see on the telly. And I don't know, like, if you had us told me at the start of this tournament that they were going to be a tag team going forward, I'd be like, oh, really? Now, though, I'm like, cool. Let's see what happens. I reckon they'd kill some people. Let's do it.
Well, pour one out for the android,
Yeah.
But,
of course. Absolutely.
There was a move in this match that was like, hey, easy. Jake Lee hit a fuck you indie body slam on Akira. Like, yeah. It's like, whoa. It got heat with me. I was really mad, but
because we like Akira and we're just like, hey, don't do that.
Dude, come on now. But yeah, I mean, I would not have considered these 2 an official tag team if Chris Charlton had said it like 30 times. So, I think it was twice, but it was annoying. And I switched to Japanese commentary as soon as I heard that because I was like, are you fucking with me? So anyway, the next match is a short one for me. It was short anyway, as far as I know, but it's Hanare and Newman versus Bushi and Naito. Newman puts Naito's dress shirt on before the match, and that was entertaining. And Naito also, he taunts Hanare throughout the match, which I don't like that. Knock it off, dude. But this match is pretty standard fare. It's good. Newman gets a really cool fucking babyface spot and stuff like that. And you know, I don't know if I think it's this one where he trips on the ropes maybe, and you know, and then later on he goes and checks the ropes, like what the fuck's going on with these ropes? You know, I thought that was cool. But in the end, it's Ultima on Bushi for the win for UE.
I'd like to see Hinare beat a heavyweight with the Ultimate. That's not Honma or something. You know what I mean? Because every time he tries to put that on in a match, like they always power out of it or something, and he only pins, he only gets people like Bush or something with it. What makes me laugh at the start is Callum's like, "This is a nice shirt. I might put this on." So Naito throws his jacket at Hinare, you know, thinking, "You want to wear that?" And Hinare just kicks it. So that makes me laugh. The only nitpick I have with this whole matchup is what happens. Nothing. I want someone to be like, Hinare, I am going for your gold now.
Hey,
and I never feud, please.
It wasn't Ran Narita.
Dude, you know how terrified I was? Like, because I want some never shit, and like I as much as I have a high tolerance for House of Torture, it doesn't seem anyone has any tolerance for him. Mine's high. Hey, I like them, but I just didn't want them to go the House of Torture route with a never title again. But you just established Hinare. He just beat Goto, who's arguably one of the kind of legends of the division, whether you like it or not, Mr. Guy. He is. So yeah, I want to know. It's always what I want to know with the wrestling. Who's the never
What's
champ?
Next?
And who's the never champ going to wrestle? What's next? All right.
No, I meant what's
next.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I know. But I also took that as a segue to talk about El Fantasmo, Shooter Umino, and Jado versus Evil Red Narita and Dick Togo. Chris is saying stuff like, "Oh, Jado doesn't care. He's more loyal to the Tongans like than he is to El Fantasmo and stuff."
Is he gonna show up in WWE and fuck up a spot? That would be awesome. Jado crawls out from under the ring, fucks up 3 spots, and then crawls back under there. We never see him again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, sure, that's probably like the real life thing of like, yeah, of course, like they were good mates with Haku, so you know, sure. Haku's always weird to me because like I first saw him in WCW, so it's like Meng, every time,
Merciless.
like Meng the Merciless, and the Barbarian, dude. I don't care what their names were. I saw them in the ring, and I knew one thing: their opponents were going to get fucking killed. It was awesome.
I saw the Barbarian wrestle live once, and his later, you know, it wasn't that long ago. He sure did wrestle.
Yeah, yes, he did. Well, according to you, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's yeah, he's loyal to the Tongans, not El Fantasmo, and I'm like, I don't know. This story's a little weird for me, but this is
you
fun
don't
stuff.
like it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm allowed to. I usually love everything El Fantasmo does, and I'm willing to see where it goes. If the what comes from it is pretty awesome, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and say I'm allowed this. But so far, I'm a little.
Here's the problem. Okay, is it why didn't we like Tama Tonga? Because he never changed. Even when he changed babyface, like he didn't really change. He just put on different gear and but same music, right? Yeah. So anyway, so now we have that still hanging on, dragging a wrestler down. When finally all these guys are gone, they're like, coming from the wrestling grave. Their ghosts are haunting ELP, and it's like, fucking get out of here. You're gone. Like, why can't we just forget about this and move on? But, that's how I feel about it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you or I were ELP, we'd be like, oh, no, GOD's gone. Anyway.
Yeah. You broke up with that girlfriend I didn't like. Oh, they left you? Oh, told you.
Look, it sucks that they've going out now with a more successful girlfriend, but no one likes her anyway.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, I certainly
only like kids her. Like her.
Dude, I heard rumors that Lucha Brothers were going there, and it hurt my soul. And I wish people would stop sending me dirt sheet stuff because, like, I don't
let them get paid. Man, those guys need.
Let them get paid. It just means I will never see them wrestle while they're there because I just won't watch their product. Anyway, who cares about any of that shit? Jado doesn't. El Fantasmo does not either, and I don't. This is fun stuff, though, but it ends with another miscommunication between El Phantasmo and Jado. Oh, the other House of Torture guys, they also come out to help. Good, because now I get twice the Yajiro. I'm just going to keep rolling with that. Ren Wales on Shooter on the outside as well. And, all right. I know this is a tag match. We're talking too long about it, but I just want to. The fantasy dream book idea comes into my head. I kind of like it, but then I don't like it at the same time. And it is, we got to do Tanahashi versus Evil at the Dome for the presidency.
That's great.
And you can have House of Torture versus New Japan, essentially. And then but I said to you, look, I like this idea, but I don't think I like the idea of them having this, GM character or something like that. And you're like, nah, dude, Evil just whoops Tanahashi's ass all the way to the Dome, and then boom, Tanahashi wins at the Dome. Because Evil's in that spot where he's going to win a lot of matches, but he's also going to lose at a lot of big shows. That's the spot of a heel in general, really, isn't it?
But I like that too, because that keeps House of Torture busy beating up Bolton Oleg and Yano and Tanahashi, and not beating up United Empire or LIJ or
I don't mind when they do that, but I feel like we've seen a lot of that for now. But I feel like there's mileage out of this Tanahashi Evil presidency story. That's
a good one.
Yeah, why not? So yes, that's my notes. That's who won that match? I can't remember who won that.
So everything is Evil on Jado for the win. Right. All House of Torture comes out and beat up Jado and Shota Umino, but not ELP. ELP's on the outside. They could easily go snatch him up and beat his ass, but they don't. And he's over there regarding, looking for Ishimori on commentary. He's not there, but he's kind of, it's like there's something going on there, and I really like that.
When the beatdown and then Tanahashi and all that come out. Yeah,
right.
Right.
Yeah, so the Chaos Bars come in and get the save, and that's obviously Tanahashi came out in the middle of that match that Evil was in, to try to be a ref. I mean, this is, you have good instincts. That's where they're headed with Tanahashi, is him versus Evil. So anyway, but also in that match, I don't know if you caught this, but I was about to die laughing. Jado gets in and he's like, you know what? I'm going to hit a green killer on Evil Dick. He tries. He's got both. And House of Torture have to come out and save Evil Dick from fucking Jado.
You can't escape from his green killer attempts.
Oh my God.
Unless you're saved, yeah.
It's amazing. Well, no, that's your true. No. But anyway, that was great. I thought that match was a lot of fun. So, okay, this next match is really cool. So we get Zack Sabre Jr. And who is this? The debuting, corrected on Twitter, returning Hartley Jackson. All right. He is an original member of TMDK back when they were on the Indies even, He's an Australian wrestler. He's, tagged with Lord Crew in All Japan. And we talked about that with Lord Crew, if you haven't listened to that. It's one of our 3 interviews on the show. So, this is interesting. So it got me thinking, well, what? He's a freelancer, right? But, would All Japan be mad that he's here? And why is he here? Well, he's replacing Fujita, and he was in town, so he's wrestling. He's not sticking around. I don't think is the point. So, but and does the booker like him? You think Gato likes him? Let's see. So it is for it's Zack Sabre Jr., Hartley Jackson, TMDK versus Finley and Gato. So Finley and Zack Sabre Jr. have a full-on singles match during this tag match, and it's great. And, that is a possible preview for the block finals, right? So I like to see that, actually. So it was very good. Match. So,
yeah.
But late in the match, Gato must face Hartley Jackson. And Gato offers a hand. Come join us in Bullet Club. But it's a trick, and he just gets murdered. But Gato gets some punches in, but Hartley kills him. Gato tries the Gato clutch, but it just doesn't work.
He's making me
So-
laugh so much lately. He's just
He's the
fucking so
man.
funny.
So Hartley's like down and he's got him. He's trying to put him in the clutch, and Hartley just stands up, electric chair drop, senton, DVD. Hartley Jackson pins Kato. He pins the Booker, and Zach and Finley talk a bunch of shit. Like I said, they could meet in the finals, but this is the kind of treatment that like another company is not going to be mad at. That your freelancer worked one match, and came in and pinned the Booker. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they treated him right.
Yeah, no big deal. And, hey, Hartley, do you want to be on New Japan for a night? Yes. Yes, I do. Absolutely. No, I like this. Death Valley Driver for the win. I love the Death Valley Driver. And Harley Jackson has a bit of at least look-wise, he reminds you a little bit of Mr. Perry Sapp, who I was a massive fan of back when I was getting into wrestling in the mid to late 90s. So, yeah. Can't. And he's Australian too, so you can't really... What this guy's trying to be my favorite wrestler or something? What's going on here? Anyway, let's move on to I'm still riding high, by the way. I'm still thinking back. Oh man, Doki Ishimori, fucking hell. Oh man, this is gonna be fucking cool. Jake Lee and Gabe Kidd are gonna be a tag team. I'm like, I'd like to see them kill people together. I mean, I will forever miss Alex. Alec. The android, I forever missed the android. I thought he was awesome. But, when you've got the heavyweight guy in Dave Finlay, you might want to give yourself a heavy tag team for a bit. And I think Gabe's young enough that, hey, a year or two down the line, he's going to have that never gold at some point, all this kind of stuff.
Well, it's fun to see guys like him, then singles matches become special. And they're supposed to be special in New Japan. Singles matches are not the default. That's why the G1's awesome. You know what I mean? So you get to see all these singles matches you would never see normally. So, seeing him in singles matches, regardless, is always going to be a special thing. So
you go damn right. So, Marty's here for this match, which is awesome. And it is the great. I'm still riding high, so maybe that's another reason, or maybe it's just because it's two of my favorite wrestlers. One, my favorite wrestler, and then the Great Khan, who's pretty up there.
And this is the G1 semifinals. So whoever wins this goes on to face Zack Sabre Jr., right?
My first message to you before this match even started was, I don't care who wins. And considering we're in the finals of the G1 and I'm writing that to you, I'm like, man, they've done something right.
You've turned a new leaf, Luke. You've really changed, I
want you guys to win. I had to watch Ibushi win 1 billion times in a row and Hiromu win 100 times in a row. Fucking boring. They win too much. And I like both those people. I'm like, get out of here. Anyway, I don't want to talk about them. I want to talk about Great Khan going I lost to a pumping bomber ground cobra in our last match in the G, a few weeks back. So I'm going to fuck your arm up. And I'm just watching him do fuck your arm. And it's one where he's got Shinko's arm twisted. And then Great Khan's putting his body over Shingo's back to twist the arm a little more. And I see a lot of wrestlers do a lot of fuck your leg and a lot of fuck your arm. And they'll have at least one or two moves that puts their own spin on it. And it looks a little different. But then the rest is kind of knee smash, all this kind of stuff you've seen before. But I'm just watching him. Great Khan do this. And I'm like, all right, that's a little different. That's something I've seen before. But he's put his own kind of stank on it, a little bit of extra sauce on it. That's Great Khan for me. And I'm just into it. He needs to grind that arm down, because if Shingo can get his pump and bomber arm working, Great Khan knows he's fucked. And can I just say, I never thought these two would be in the finals.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I'm happy. I'm happy. Right, just end the G1 here. I'm fine. I'm so happy. Shingo, he hits back by doing that backpack drop when Great Khan's got him in a chokehold. And then
Stealing
he fakes
Hartley Jackson's moves.
That's right. It was just Hartley Jackson's move. You're right. I did feel like I just saw that. You are correct. Shingo, he fakes it, does a fake out, hits the DDT, and I just and then women make some noise, and I'm patting her for the rest of this match, and I'm just like, I just really like how these guys move together. There's just so much cool shit in this. I'm super proud that Greta Khan's in the finals because I'm always like, do something with this man, please. I'm begging you. Look how good he is. And then like Shingo's the best fucking guy in the world. There's some just fucking all right. Dragon suplex. We've seen those. You kind of trap the head in a certain way, bang. I saw a fucking chokehold suplex by Great Khan. He's just got the standard kind of chokehold on like this on Shingo. Bang, suplex. I'm like, what?
It's like a sleeper suplex, like Jay White used to hit.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly. And I think I've seen Jay White do every single suplex there is. So, like, Suplex City for me is Jay White. He's the suplex master. But Great Khan, I hadn't seen it for a while and all that kind of stuff. And I like seeing Great Khan just hit that chokehold suplex. I'm like, that is just fucking incredible. He goes for a fucking super eliminator because he's got to take out Shingo. Shingo's a tough son of a bitch. And it gets turned into this kind of last of the DDT's kind of counter. And I'm like, that is just mind-bogglingly bonkers. I even wrote to you, I'm like, dude, what was that? I think you explained it to me. I'm like, yeah, I know. It was just like fucking insane, man. Like,
Great Khan tried to hit the Last of the Dragon. That's what happened. But he had the claw on, right? And so it was like his version, and somehow Shingo turned that into a DDT counter. It was like, what?
Oh,
that was cool.
And who'd have thought the fucking, it doesn't matter what year this is or who has this title, who'd have thought the King of Pro Wrestling would be in the fucking finals? You know what I mean? And Great Khan, he is so cool. He is special. He is one of my favorites. I'm so happy that he made it this far. And if anyone was going to knock him out of the tournament, I'm glad it's my favorite wrestler in the world, Shingo Takagi. So, Takagi Shingo, whatever. Yeah, I really liked this match. For me, it's the main event. I like the next match, but I love this match more. I always was.
It's tremendous,
it's
right?
Still my boys, like, yeah.
Well, plus it's fantastic, and it's like, I'm not going to complain about this match being about a limb because it made sense in both the matches, but this one it wasn't boring at any point. Although, it would have been cooler to see him go in there and do like a Shingo, style never match where they just never stop, but it was a different kind of match, and I'm not mad about that. I thought these two go together so well, and like, I don't know, man. Isn't Shingo? He's so valuable because he's going to do that for you. Great Khan's a similar wrestler now, where he's going to do that for you too. And so like putting those two guys together, it's like
they just made each other look like $1 trillion each.
And it's good when you see two wrestlers in there and they know they're going to return the favor for each other. And it's like, so these guys just crushed it. I loved it. So Shingo advances to the block finals where he will face Zack Sabre Jr. Right?
It's not a guy you want to fight next after Great Khan just fucked your arm up, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche at this point, but I guess he is the final boss of the G1 here, right?
Yeah.
So, man, that was that. I mean, that match was fantastic, and the next match is also very good. It's the main event toe. It is Tsuji versus Takeshita. The winner goes on to face Finley. So Tsuji has to go fuck your leg. He has to. If the choice is made for him, right? So he does. Now, the first half of this match is all stalking heat from Tsuji, where he's just kind of walking around. It's like a big man match. I don't know why you walk like this, but you do. and he, it's very, very slow paced, right? So Takeshita keeps up the stuff from the night before where he's using his one leg and body weight to hit desperation moves. He does get the superplex and the senton atomico on the floor with the chairs all over Tsuji.
Dude.
Makes a lot of sense in this match. I love how Red Shoes just watched him do that. Like,
well, he didn't use the chair as a weapon. Right? He just rested it on Yoda.
But the first time he did it in the tournament, there was a distraction going on. There was something, and it added to it a little bit. So this time he's just like, "Oh, I'm doing this. Fuck you." So, but then again, Red Shoes didn't want to DQ him because he can't. But anyway, so Tsuji gets a big dive after that. let's see here. It goes back to the leg fuckery. This match rules when the leg injury goes away. Like when the leg
Yeah, I know what
injury
you
is
mean.
forgotten, the match is like it's good as it gets. When it's
He'll still put his hand. Takeshi will still put his hand on his leg sometimes and be like, "Ah, shit."
right. He's
But
still selling it, but not when he's fired up, you know, and
yeah,
he's doing
yeah,
all the babyface shit. And it's
exactly.
like that is what I kind of want. That's what I want more of. I'm tired of after watching the G1, I'm tired of watching dudes just roll around on the ground and go, "Oh, my leg." It's like enough. Like, but I get it. That's what wrestling is, so I need to shut the fuck
Might
up.
as well hold this G1 on Death Island or something.
Right. So rolling around the ground. So. Anyway, that's great. Okay. When these two do some incredible reversal spots just throughout the match, they're so good. They do all kinds of stuff. Like, for example, they try something off the top rope, but it ends up being a scary botch. But then, big time strike battle. Tsuji gets a lariat, but Takeshita's up at one. Tsuji keeps hitting Takeshita, but he won't go down. So then he hits a tremendous headbutt, finally gets him down, which is great. So then he hits a curb stomp, and he does it to like the side of Takeshita's head, and Takeshita bumps like sideways into the mat, and it's like, wow, that looks so real and awesome.
Yeah,
I love that. Man, that's good. Then there's
so fucking cool.
A blue thunder bomb counter to the springboard stomp. So Tsuji bounces, and then Takeshita catches him and hoists him up for the blue thunder bomb, and the crowd finally got a little loud for that. They were like, okay, that deserves a noise. You know,
crowd doesn't deserve spots like that. Fuck off.
So that was really cool. But Tsuji gets a gene blast out of nowhere, right? And so Takeshita gets a foot on the ropes, before the 3 count. Then Takeshita dodges a gene blast and hits his giant German release suplex. It's just like, what the fuck? But Tsuji, as soon as Takeshita's up, like to recover from him throwing the dude across the ring, he turns around. Tsuji hits him, blasts him right in the fucking jeans, and Tsuji wins, and he will face Finlay in the block finals.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, like, of course, I'm always gonna like a match probably between like two of my favorite wrestlers. You know, then this main event, though this main event's fucking awesome. There's a little mini botch at one point with Takeshita and Ren as well, and I just made me like Ren and Yoda more because, like, rather than just like, I'm gonna do this again, it's just like Ren just went straight back into a chokehold, like that, and it happened with Yoda. I like that, and I like that when wrestlers like don't freeze and go, oh shit, we fucked up. No,
Don't treat a botch as a mistake. Treat it as an opportunity. Oh shit, my opponent fucked up. I'm gonna get him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's how you do it,
because that
right?
makes it look more real. And Yoda and Ren Narita both did that, and I like that shit. Also, was it mega super botch him? Not really. I mean, like, part of the drama is like Takeshita's legs fucked, right? So, there's a little bit of that going around. So maybe, it's his leg caused it. You could explain it away any way you want. But when wrestlers do a mistake, and rather than just, I hate the way that all 3 men did it in those 2 nights was just, that's how you do it. Don't ever there's only one exception to having to do that spot again, and you mentioned it with Naito, I think, versus, who was it?
It was Henare, I think. Or no, they weren't in the same block. Who was it? He beat somebody we didn't want him to beat.
Yeah, but
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I can't remember. Go back and listen to that. Someone will email us another one. Anyway, so our final 4 is Zack Sabre Jr., Shingo, Yoda, and David Finlay. I think the one thing I don't want, despite loving both men and thinking they both deserve to be in the finals, I don't think I want an LIJ final. I don't think I want LIJ versus LIJ at the Dome.
What about LIJ to face LIJ versus LIJ to decide who will face LIJ? What about that?
Yeah, I mean, you could already have Shingo. Shingo already beat Naito, so he could have a title shot already, and then I don't know, but there's things like I understand if they do that because LIJ is supposed to be their hottest faction and all that kind of stuff. having said that, I think my ideal final is Zack Sabre Jr., Yota Tsuji, and I hope Zack wins. But even though I just said I don't want LIJ versus LIJ, I'd be. Come on, I'm not going to be mad if Yota Tsuji wins as well. I'm not.
It's
Look,
another chance, you know.
I don't think I'd be mad if fucking Shingo won, but he ain't winning. He ain't winning. He's not winning the G1. And David Finlay, he's got the global title, or whatever the fuck you want to call that belt. The Intercontinental title. It's got a white strap. It might as well be the IC title. Fucking hell. But I don't want to see him in the final either. It's not an offense against him. It's just like I don't need to see you win the G1. Like I think I'm a little more invested in the other three, maybe.
Yeah. Well, we got through all the G1s except for, the
final two.
Yeah, the final two. Good Lord. So no matches have been announced for the next two shows that will be at Ryogoku at the Sumo Hall. But we do have obviously the semi. Yeah, I guess that was the quarterfinals then, because now they're calling this the semifinals. So I guess they're all semi. But A block first place versus the first round winner, and then B block first place versus the first round winner. And then on the next night, the only other match announced is the G1 Climax final. So, man, almost there, Luke.
Almost there. And I've done minimal, very, 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 very minimal shitting on some of, you know what I'm like with tournament season. So I don't know, might just say this might be my favorite G1.
Okay.
That we've covered, maybe. I've still got a soft spot for 2017 because it's my first.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like just the way I'm a bit more chill. I've shit on it less. I haven't been less grumpy. I've just been like, I'm guaranteed a new guy that's never won the G1 to win it. Already happy, like done.
Unless they all get hurt.
Oh my god. I'm glad it's Tsuji because he's amazing, and if he's in the final, I think my wife will actually watch that or Carrie will watch that too because she likes Ishimori and Yota Tsuji.
Okay. So what if Yuya had won? What if he was in Tsuji's spot? So there would be a representative from every faction except for except for House of Torture. Well, they got Bullet Club in there and United Empire. So, and I think there was representation from everybody in the
finals.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like that too. So, they managed to mix it up with who's in the finals, but also make sure no factions left behind, I guess. I guess we'll never know if Yuya was supposed to be in this spot other than Yota Tsuji. But having said that, I like both gentlemen, and it's fine. I don't want either of them to be injured, but however way it was supposed to go, they're both cool dudes, and no complaints with them being where they are at the moment. So, fucking hell.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. I fucking love the G1.
I'm glad to hear you say that. You aren't mad. That's good. No. I can't say this is my favorite, man. I can't say this is my favorite G1.
Yours is 2016.
I mean, I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't think the match quality in this G1 is. It's not that far off from what a G1 is supposed to be, when I'm still thinking of like 2016, 2017 and how insane that was. And maybe if I went back and watched it, it wasn't that way. But in hindsight, it's like, man, wasn't the you got these guys, Kenny Omega and Ibushi running around in New Japan, stuff like that. Some crazy guys that'll do anything. And I think that they're better for it in the end, but I'm just pointing devil's advocate things out.
We also had a champion at the top of his game pulling out fantastic matches on a very regular basis. Doesn't matter what my opinion is on Okada. He's fucking amazing in the ring. Hands down, one of the best. And top of his game, all that kind of stuff. Whereas we've seen some low gear Naito shit in this tournament, right? Real low gear Naito. It's not a really good look when your top guy is just like, eh.
Yeah, well, maybe Shingo will take the belt from him because Shingo's never, and neither any of the
He's
guys that are in
Suji.
the finals. So,
Yeah. I feel like none of them have a low gear except for Naito.
well, if I was 43 and didn't have my, any limbs, and I was asked to do all kinds of crazy shit, but yeah, man, I think Naito's having this run right now where he's going to have the title for the whole year, except for that one little incident, that we won't speak of. So, but this will be like his kind of, hopefully his big like swan song and stuff, and we'll get towards the end of it some crazy shit. So that's what I'm hoping for. Trying to be positive.
Yeah. We don't want to shit on Naito. We like him. So yeah, there is that. Oh my goodness, we got a couple of days off, and then I think we've got the rest of the bloody month off, and then maybe half of September as well. I don't think we're covering Capital Collision, everyone. Even though Gabe Kidd's on it, like, I don't know, he's wrestling Leo Rush. Like,
we've watched enough wrestling.
Yeah.
Some will tell you what happens. Don't worry.
I haven't even watched Dynamite yet because I was just like, dude, can you also take a month off? Fucking hell. I'm like, and they've been in a holding pattern because like it's 6 weeks to the pay-per-view rather than 4. And it's like, and when the longer it is to the pay-per-view, the more holding pattern it is.
Because stretch it out. Yeah.
Anyway, who cares about that shit? New Japan's where it's at, and with where it's at. Yeah, where the cool kids wrestle. And
got 2 turntables and a microphone.
Yeah, the turns have tabled. And it's 3 MCs and 1 DJ, and we be getting down with no delay. Mixmaster Mike, what you have to say? No, Beastie Boys.